Morning, Harry.
Morning, mate. You alright?
Not really, Harry.
Why? What's that? You look a bit down.
I am, Harry. There's people watching my videos that don't subscribe to the channel. Is that you? So if you don't subscribe to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and just check, if you think you're subscribed, check that you are actually subscribed. It's much appreciated. Get a grip. So in today's video, we are talking golf grips. So when we think about golf clubs, we think about the club heads, we think about the shafts, but quite often we neglect one of the key components of a golf club, which is obviously the grip. And that's your direct contact between your hands and the club, which in turn will affect what the face does at impact. The first consideration for selecting your grip will be the size of the grip that you require. I'm just showing you the actual butt end of a grip, and you'll notice that there's lots of different sizes, from your standard grip size that I've got in my hand to mid-sized to jumbo, and then I've got a massive Bryson DeChambeau style grip. We also get some smaller ones like junior grips and ladies grips, which will be again thinner than the actual standard grip. If I just put the two extremes together here, you'll be able to see how much thicker that the actual oversized grip is compared to a standard men's grip. That is a massive difference. But which one will actually suit you and which one should I select? If your middle finger is touching the pad of your thumb when holding the grip in the glove hand, then it is the perfect size. So all I would do is just close it round. And if my middle finger touches the pad of my glove hand, which is for me is my left hand, then that's the perfect size. But why is size important when it comes to golf grip? So there is a theory when it comes to the sizing of golf grips and the effect it has on the club face at impact. So the theory of size of grip, I'm just going to put it really in simple terms. I'm not going to go too much into detail. But basically what we believe and what we've been told over the years is if the grip was too thin, then you tend to have a lot of hand action, a lot of movement through impact, and you could rotate the face, which would mean for a right-handed golfer such as myself, the miss would tend to be to the left. If the grip was too fat, you'd tend not to be able to use the hands as much through impact. You'd leave the club slightly open and the miss would be to the right. Whether this theory is completely 100% proven, not too sure, and we will do some future testing on this theory. So simplifying everything, big hands, big grips, small hands, small grips, but there will be people who have small hands and big grips and vice versa. For example, a massive jumbo grip like this might suit someone who's slightly older, who has arthritic hands, who couldn't necessarily clench their fingers around a grip. So something bigger will actually help them to actually grip a golf club. And I've fitted this grip to people who have had small hands in the past, just because it's helped them to actually feel they've got the grip in their hands. So my advice is find a grip size that you're comfortable with. Get your pro to fit a particular size on, say, your 7-iron. Go and have a little practice, use it for a few weeks to see if you can actually handle the change. Don't go suddenly from a very thin grip to a fat grip on all your clubs, because if you need to change them back or you don't like what you've got, it's going to be very costly and time consuming. The next consideration is the surface texture of the grip. What feel do you like? Again, in this area, there's lots of different variations. Do you like a corded grip, something that feels hard and firm? Do you like a softer grip? We've now got grips that are actually designed to give a softer feel. Or do you just like a bog standard rubber grip? These are all sort of factors that you have to take in when picking your grip. Again, it's important to try a few different grips out. If one of your friends has got a particular grip on a golf club, just ask him to hit a couple of shots, maybe borrow the club, try them out, see if that makes a difference, see if you like the feel, because the grips are so different these days and there's so much variety and choices that you can actually pick a grip that you like. Not only is the material different, but you've also got different sort of patterns on the grips. you'll notice here on the corded, there's sort of some ridges, some lines. Similar with this one, you'll notice that there's a few raised areas, which just again is personal preference, which one you prefer. Try them out. Also, the texture of the golf grip and how firm it is will affect your feel back when you actually strike the shot. A firm grip will tend to feel the impact and the vibrations more than, say, a softer grip, which will tend to sort of absorb that impact. So some people like to get feedback from the grip, other people don't. Again, personal preference. So the final factor you really need to consider is like what conditions you play in. If you're playing in wet, wintry conditions, or whether you sweat a lot during the summer, then you might need a grip which will actually have like a moisture management system built into them, which will help you to maintain grip and also to feel nice. You don't want to lose traction of the grip in your hand, and these grips will actually help to stop that. So now I'm just going to show you sort of 3 or 4 different varieties of golf grips. So we start off with my personal favourite. This is the Golf Pride Tour Velvet grip, available in lots of different sizes, from ladies, junior, regular grips, which is a standard grip, mid-size, and then also jumbo grip. It's the most widely used golf grip in professional golf, and one that's been around since I can remember. It's a rubber blend with a non-slip surface, providing maximum control and performance. Although this is a great grip, I've got a couple of negatives. They do wear down quite quickly, so if you practice and play a lot and don't look after your grips, then I wouldn't say they're the most durable grips on the market at the moment. The next grip is also from Golf Pride, and it's the CPX, which is the softest performance grip on the market, and they say that it's played by 80% of the tour players. It's diamond patterned, which I like as well, which just aids the actual feel. We've also got on the back a sort of sneaky alignment aid as well, which is fitted to the grips. One negative of these grips is it's only available in grey and blue, which for me, I like to have options of different colours. And I've done some testing on these grips when I was thinking about changing from the Tour Velvet into the actual CPX. And I found they weren't great in the rain. So for me, I need a grip playing in the UK where it's sort of playable in all conditions. So the next grip is the multi-compound grip. So this grip basically is a hybrid grip. We've got the top end of the actual butt end of the club here. It's a corded finish, and then we've got a soft rubber bottom. So it gives 2 different feels to each particular hand. There are lots of colourways in this grip as well. This is a newer one. They do it in sort of a gold and black, but you can get so many different styles of colouring, which looks really great. It just brightens up your golf club. So one negative for this grip for me personally is the fact that it's 2 different materials together, which means that they probably will wear out at varying times. That is always a little bit of a concern for me. Also, the hard, firm finish at the top of the grip is such a contrast to the rubber bottom that some players may find that a little bit uncomfortable. The final grip we're going to talk about is a full corded grip. I don't actually have any in stock at the moment, but if we look at the top part of this Align grip, then that is what there's basically a small amount of cord that runs all the way through the rubber grip. So again, it's a different style of grip. It was very popular in sort of the late 90s when I was playing a lot of golf, mainly because it's very hard wearing. The grip tended to last years, and I was practicing a lot. So it was important that I wasn't changing my grips as often as I would if I was using a Tour Velvet. The issue that I found is with this grip being sort of very hard and firm, it was quite harsh on the hands, and I was, getting a lot of blisters, calluses forming, and I found that it was literally ripping my hands to pieces at times, and also ruining golf gloves again, which was adding to the expense. So some people like a nice hard grip like that, which will last a long time. You tend to see it on sort of traditional golf clubs. If you pick up an older golf club, you'll either have the wraparound grip or you'll have a full corded grip. It tended to be the thing in the sort of 70s, 80s and early 90s. Grip technology has improved massively in the last several years, and we've got a few extra alternatives and things you can actually have on your grips which will help change the style or maybe even help with alignment. Now here is a massive addition to the grips in the last several years, and it's the Align technology, which has really helped. It's a visible raised sort of ridge on the back of the club, which helps lock in the hand position at address, enhance club face awareness and deliver a square club face at impact. That particular aid just doesn't feel that comfortable in my hands. I personally prefer a rounded grip, but I can see the additional benefits of having the alignment in the aid in the back of the grip, such as this, although you will pay a considerable amount of more money for that particular feature. Another new advancement in grip technology is the Plus 4 range, and that's available in the Tour Velvet, as you can see here, but also in the multi-compound and various other grips. What basically is, basically gives you a larger lower hand, so it's meant to be 3 or 4 extra layers of wrap under the bottom section of the grip, making the whole grip sort of play the same width. So if you grip at the top of the club or the bottom of the club, then the grip will feel exactly the same. It's not a new concept, it's something that I've in the past been asked to do, whether I could put some extra thickening tape on the bottom of the grip to sort of make that grip almost parallel and not tapered as you'd find in a traditional grip. The main benefits of this technology is basically with a larger lower hand, you'll have lighter grip pressure and increased power, is what basically Golf Pride is saying. The negative of this grip for me though will be that a standard grip almost feels like a mid-size or oversized grip, so that takes a bit of getting used to. I have experimented in the past with trying this particular grip on wedges, but for me I just prefer a grip which is actually tapered down rather than this particular style. I like to actually grip down the club and feel the grip slightly thinner, but I can see the benefits of having technology such as this in your grips. Obviously, I've not mentioned every grip that's on the market, and the ones I've concentrated on tend to be the ones that I stock in the pro shop at Churston and fit onto people's clubs, which tend to be Golf Pride, not Lambkin. So Lambkin do have some different alternatives, and it really is just a quick sort of run through of some of the available grips. But I will just highlight another grip, which is also a specialist grip, which has been developed in sort of Asia and the Middle East. So the particular grip is called Nyomic grip, and it's available in sort of red, green, black and various other colours. It's a really super tacky grip, which is brilliant when your hands are sweaty, or if you're playing in wet conditions, it is actually water resistant. The only issue I've got with this grip is that it actually loses that tackiness quite quickly. I'd expect it to last a little bit longer when I've actually used it and tested it. Also, as it's been developed in Asia, it tends to be more suited to people with smaller hands, and when you actually fit it onto the club, it comes out quite thin, and you'd probably actually require extra layers of tape to fan it up to sort of a standard size, or actually buy the mid-size version, which plays more like a standard size. We haven't even really talked about the actual weight of the grip and the fact now that they vary again so much for different reasons. People will have lighter grip onto their driver to compare to their irons, and also how much weight a grip adds to the actual swing weight and how that changes as well. But that's probably a future video, and that might be a little bit too detailed for what we're doing at the moment. So another factor I've found when purchasing grips and fitting grips and being a retailer of grips is that over the last sort of several years, the price of grips has considerably increased. That's for a number of factors, which include the extra technology that they're now putting into grips, and they're obviously doing research to further enhance and improve golf grips. When you start to add in more technology and different materials, then you tend to see an increase in price as you'd expect, such as the alignment. As you've seen previously, you're going to pay an extra couple of pounds per grip for that technology, so you've got to decide whether the actual benefits of cost outweigh the advancements in technology and whether that grip's actually going to be beneficial to you. But what grips are you using? Have you tried other grips? What grips do you like? And which grips are you looking at maybe changing next to? Put your comments below in the comment section. I'd like to hear what you think about your golf grips. So just a quick recap of what we've done and how to pick your grips. We use the 442 grip selector method. So we consider the size, the conditions that we're playing in, the surface texture of the grip, and also the firmness. They're the 4 things we consider first. Then we select a key grip type, which is what you want the grip to feel like when playing, whether that's a full corded version, one that's basically like a Torvelt, which is very rubbery and soft, whether we want a soft and tacky grip like the CPX grip, or whether we want something in between, which is going to do a little bit of everything, which would be your multi-compound, your sort of hybrid grip. Finally, we look at sort of the additional technology that they've now built into the grips, whether that's an alignment aid, maybe on the front or a ridge on the back, or whether we even want a grip which is slightly different, slightly thicker at the bottom than it would be on a traditional grip, such as your +4 grips. You can combine those technologies together as well. You can get a +4 aligned grip, but you need to consider whether the actual value of that grip is going to make much difference to your game. It does for some, it doesn't for others. But again, another consideration. Finally, look after your golf grips. They cost quite a bit of money, as we've seen. The prices continue to rise. Look after them. They will maintain and help you better with your game. A bad grip can seriously damage your game. For me, it's important that you also try and look after your grips to sort of prolong the life. An easy way to do this is just by getting sort of a scrubbing brush, nice hard bristles, and then just get some soapy water, warm water, and then just literally scrub your grips. That will literally just remove any dirt, grit or sweat that you've transferred from your hand to the grips whilst playing. And then all we simply do is get a nice clean cloth and then just rub the grips, taking off that excess liquid. And I will repeat that process probably every couple of months really. As the grips get older and deteriorate and more worn, then I probably will increase that to maybe once a month, and it does really make a massive difference to the condition of your grip. Quick question for Head Pro Harry. How often do you change your golf grips?
So I change my grips probably every few years, probably just because of the amount of golf I actually play now. Obviously being very busy here at Churston, I probably don't get out as much as I would like to. Probably in my early sort of days, in the junior days, I'd probably change them every sort of 9 months to sort of a year, just to keep them nice and tacky.
Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and comment below. All comments are answered. Thanks for watching.